YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet of the Dallas Cowboys franchise. And this is Cowboys Insider here today, as we're taking a quick look here at the wild card round. And you see here, we're in the wild card round, and we have, of course, a bye week going into this one. If you've already seen the episode of the Dallas Cowboys, episode 47, well, of course, you already know. If you've seen that episode, you already know who went on to the next round here to face us. But for the ones, of course, there's some ones that just watch the Cowboys Insider. They get the quick fix of what happened in the week of the Dallas Cowboys here. Well, we're about to tell you here in just a bit. But first, we're going to take a look at the Cowboys numbers here this season. There you see Dak Prescott there for 3,845 yards. He completed 65% of his passes, 33 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. I wish at least half of those were touchdowns instead of interceptions, because I feel like half of those were just bad reading, and then just a bad game, some glitching and stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is. We'll move on, and we'll see if we can get better here in the postseason. As for Zeke Elliott, 1,156 yards, 9 touchdowns, rush touchdowns this year, 4 fumbles there for him, 42 broken tackles there for him. As for Bird, there you see 667 yards, 7 touchdowns. And I definitely have to say, this young man right there, he is the workhorse of that team this year, who really did a great job there stepping in and trying to fill the shoes of Zeke Elliott there in his season, in his rookie year here, and did a great job. As for receiving, there you see the numbers there. Take a look at our best receiver. The only person that got over 1,000 yards was Jason Witten, 1,066, 9 touchdowns for him this season. You see the rest of the guys. Dez Bryant, 47 yards there, 9 touchdowns for him for the season. Williams had 7 touchdowns there. Terrence Williams did a great job there. He really stepped up there. Really from last year, just was able to get open in a lot of those games, and just did a lot there for the ball club. Take a look at the sacks. There you see Collins there, the guy that gave up the most sacks this season, 23 sacks. And I think I mentioned this in the previous episode there of the Cowboys in episode 47. There's a good chance that he may not come back next season. I can't remember exactly if he's on the list of guys that are on for renewal for contract, but there's a good chance that we'll try to. If he is on there, we're not going to re-sign him. I feel like we just need to kind of move on from him. Same thing with Greg Robinson. I think he has a 1-year deal that we decided with him, and we're going to try to, not going to resign him. Try to really go to the draft for those 2 guys there to replace them. As for defensively, there you see most sacks this season, 19.5 sacks there for Lawrence. Chaco Charleston stepped up too, 13.5 sacks there for him. Jalen Smith, for a while there, I thought he was really going to have a breakout year. He was just being a beast in the middle linebacker position there, but he only had 4.5 sacks there, but he had quite a few tackles for loss. But he did step up in a lot of big plays there on defense this year. And we're just now hoping that he will get more hungry and more adamant going into this postseason. But the other guy too, I think I mentioned in the last episode there, the Cowboys, is Wyatt Nischik, young man drafted 6th round there in this past season's draft. Great young man, funny guy, and just basically your blue collar worker. But we have him involved in a couple of play formations here to start the season, because I was really impressed with the overall number he had and just his numbers. And week by week, he is getting better and stronger and more intelligent, and just more, just becoming a really good linebacker for us. And I think if he continues doing that here, especially in this postseason and going into the, especially off season and stuff like that, he's gonna be a guy that I think we're gonna be very proud and very happy that we were able to get him. in the 6th round and doing that kind of work there. So for us this off season and stuff like that, because he just did a great job of just putting up some numbers there defensively there, and it makes some good hits there on quarterbacks. Quarterback's going to scramble out of the pocket and stuff like that and come up. He was right there, reading the quarterback and doing a good job there of really putting the quarterback on his butt and taking him out. So nice job there for that rookie. And of course, guys like Beasley and Switzer, especially Beasley, not so many drops this season like he did last year. I was going to say Ryan Switzer, of course, had a great year. Kind of a bit of a sophomore slump, only because he had an injury that taken him out for a while. I think he still might be out again. I'm not sure he's going to be back in this season. But take a look at the team numbers there. You just kind of see the scroll there, and you also take a look at the player stats there. You see their numbers there. Some of our key players on offense this year. But yeah, just a great year there for us, and I'm just really happy and just excited that we're able to, again, be at 15-1, losing one game there, of course, against the Jaguars there, and back in week 6. And then from there on, we just went on a tear against a lot of teams there. We had quite a few close games there, especially, of course, against the Eagles. Always a tough game, playing both of them there. And I thought we had a lot of our. I think we had the Redskins already twice, but apparently we had another game later on. We had to play against them, and the same thing with the Giants. Our division is talented and stuff like that. We've got a lot of good talents, but for the most part, we were able to dominate those two other teams. As for the Eagles, they were within arm's reach of us in a lot of those games there. So just I don't know, just. It was tough, especially going to, we remember the first season one, in season 1, and the very last game of the regular season there, we lost to the Eagles there in Philly at Lincoln Financial, and it really upset a lot of us, myself included there, that we just thought we had it. We'd go undefeated, but ended up losing that game. But then we were undefeated going to the playoffs and ended up winning the I don't know why I keep saying World Series, the Super Bowl, winning that and going on and beating the Patriots there in Minnesota. So we'll have to see what we could do coming around this postseason here. We got our first game coming up here. You'll see who that is here in just a bit as you're taking a look right now at the season awards here. Honestly, I really can't say too much bad things about this team, with the exception of we got to be protecting the ball a lot more. I think that's been the biggest issue for us. We got to protect the ball a lot. So Dak needs to make sure he's making better decisions, looking down the field as often as much as he possibly can, and in a given time he is giving it in the pocket there. He needs to get the ball, out of his hands and into a receiver or a back or something like that. Just find, if he, find the release valve. If you can't find the guy you're supposed to throw through, to get to that release valve, get to him and get it done and over with, and get that ball out of there. Losing too many, tackles were lost there from a lot of games there, and then not, also to just taking the time and not just throwing it in the coverage. That's been something that's been an issue for us, and we're hoping that will change here. So, again, taking advantage of those huge tight ends that we have, Jason Witten, Jeffrey, Gio Goff, and Goffswin and Hannah is the other one. Take advantage of those guys. They're big body guys. They can catch the ball there very well. And just, and the same team too, just also look for, fullbacks and halfbacks there to help us out there to get the ball and just get it down the field there and just get some positive yardage. Anyway, if it's 1 or 2 yards, just get it out of there so we don't you're not getting falling back one after another there. So but yeah, we're taking a look at here at the awards there. Like I said, I think I've been saying this already, but Bird should have been the rookie of the year, man. He just what he was able to do for our team there, very early there too, especially when Zeke Elliott was knocked out there for a while. Bird really did a great job there stepping up. Slow start, kind of timid and shy about taking that position and doing with it what he's supposed to do, but then after a while I started feeling it, starting to get in the groove. More touches he got and the more he got hit, I think the stronger he got and the more he was willing, like, okay, I want the ball. I feel like I can get through this defense. So and that happens with every rookie that puts on the helmet here in the NFL. So we'll see what he can do here in the second half, because in the second half of this the postseason here, he's gonna be utilized a lot more. We got some at least talking to the coaches there. They're talking about some plays here where he can run in the backfield there, screen passes, stuff like that. So that is something that we're going to be looking at, and it's going to be it's been tested out for quite a while here now, but just had not been utilized in the game here so much. It's been more in practice. So we'll see, hopefully see more of him, which would be very nice. Him in the backfield along with Zeke Elliott there. And of course, it's pretty much when the coaches said, hey, that young man is, he's got the backup position and the halfback position. So for now, that's his position. But he is getting some good. He's been getting some good advice here from McFadden and Elliott himself, even too. Gives some good advice of what he's expected to do there, especially as the Cowboys back. Talking to McFadden, he's not he's a little upset, but it's on him. He says that he didn't play as well as he did like last year, and the odds of him, he's hoping he'll be back here next season. If he's not, he understands. Coaches, that's something that coaches are going to weigh on, with his numbers last year and his numbers this year, if they're willing to have him come back or not. But, he says, if one door opens or one door closes, another one will open, which is true. We'll see how he goes here in the second half, because like I said, they're going to use all 3 guys, and they're going to utilize them as much as they can to get, if not in the, coming out running out of the backfield, be a receiver or something like that. So that is something that the Cowboys are not going to shy away from. They're going to try to use their backs in many different ways as they possibly can. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to see, and I hope that it'll be the truth here, because all 3, really truly, I feel like on paper, and of course you don't play football on paper, but on paper, this is 3, I think it's probably one of the most dangerous backfields that we have in the NFL right now, and this, especially for this series here. So if we can keep Zeke healthy, and McFadden to come back next year and keep him healthy, and then of course avoid a sophomore slump with Bird, I really truly do think that he could be a guy that could be those could be a backfield that a lot of teams are gonna be like, man, this is we like to hear him say, hey, that's a dangerous 3-headed monster when it comes to that running game. Those guys know what they're doing, and they're going to the defensive mouth and just checking them right in the mouth, saying, hey, we're not gonna, if you're gonna stop us, you better hit us hard, because we're not gonna go down. So that's nice to see it. And like I said, offensive line there is going to be very important for us too, as we got to just be able to keep Dak upright, making sure he does not get knocked down. And that's, like I said, make sure our guards and tackles are healthy, making sure they're taken care of, and make sure they can block properly and everything like that, because that's going to be our bread and butter. I think this offseason, that's something that we're going to really spend some money on, of getting guys in there to help us out. And the same thing on the defensive side there too. We got there's I think one or two guys there that we're going to be looking at trying to possibly resign. If we can't resign, then we're going to try to work on that a little bit on the offensive line. Mainly, really, it's going to be the defensive secondary. It's going to be the linebackers is something that we've been looking at here, and that's something that at least talking to the linebacker coach, and even even Jerry Jones said that he would like to see a better linebacker core out there than they have right now. He says he's happy with what they have right now, but he says there's room for improvement, and he wants drastic improvement to the linebackers. He wants them to fly around and do a lot in that position there. So we'll have to see how that goes here coming up for the offseason. But that's the offseason. We'll get into that a little later. Let's go ahead and go to the let's go ahead and pull up the results from Walker. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Jim. Looks like 48-30 there. Pittsburgh's going to move on to the next round. Kansas City, unfortunately, could not get anything done there, or they just came up short there in that game. It looks like the Cardinals, the Panthers, taking on the Saints there in that classic NFC battle there. NFC South, they win 35-17 against New Orleans. Chargers are going to go home as they are defeated by the Tennessee Titans 35-27. And then there you see Atlanta beating Minnesota 38-14, and that means that the Falcons are coming back to Dallas. Yeah, that's who we're going to be facing coming up here in the divisional rounds. Take a look at the divisional games there. You see Cowboys taking on the Falcons there at home. As for Patriots, they'll be hosting the Tennessee Titans. Steelers are going to go to Mile High there to face the Broncos. And then, of course, the Panthers are going to go to the Emerald City, that being Seattle, to take on the Seahawks. And that's going to be another great matchup. So we got 3 out of 4 games there this weekend. Going to be really good matchups there. If the Patriots get beat by the Texans or the Titans there, I would be highly surprised, and I'd be just in awe if that happens there. That's one game I think a lot of people are hoping that's going to be upset there. In the other games, I think we're just going to see some really good matchups here. We're going to see some really good play. If anything like the Falcons game that we played earlier this season with them, which I think was back in week 7 or 8, something like that. And as you take a look there, we're gonna shallow cross plays, mid plays as we did last time, and that's worked out for us. We may do some alterations there in some play forms there, so we're not playing the same thing like we did before. But like I said, the running game is going to be we're going to try to make that as dominant as possible for us, as we're going to try to make sure we got our running game going there and going there very, very quickly. So that is something. Defensively there, cover 4 there, that's something we're going to be looking at. They love running curl routes. Julio and even Freeman in the backfield there love running those type of plays there, so we're going to try to see if we can run a cover 4 and maybe even a man cover 2 man there in some aspects that we're going to try to run there, because I remember last time that worked really well for us and we were able to stop them. As for injuries, there you see Keelan Neal. He's going to be out for a while there, as he's going to be out. He won't be able to play this week's game with that shoulder tear. And then you got Campbell, who has a ruptured disc there. He's going to be out for 7 weeks. So both guys are not going to be in this game. Neal's the only person there on defensive really that we're kind of glad that he's not going to be playing, as he's had a great successful year. Julio Jones, there you see his. I don't have his numbers right out front here, but he was in the top 5 guys there in receiving this year. And of course, he's always one of those deep threats there that we have to watch out for. So definitely got to try to keep man coverage on him and make sure that he does not stray too far away from our corners and safeties there, going deep. Freeman, of course, try to wrap up the outside run there. He did that last time with him, and was pretty successful there for the first half or so, somewhat. He was able to kind of break away from that for a while there because we kind of got away from it, because they did start doing more passing, but then they went right back to the running game and just start pounding the ball up the middle there, and that's something that again we're gonna have to try to stop and try to contain. And of course Matt Ryan there, great arm there. You see his throw power and throw on the run. Play action's great also. Short accuracy, medium range accuracy, of course, his deep accuracy right up there. So he's one of those guys that just depending on the day of the game, he can play. He can go deep if he has to, especially with Julio. But then also that short passing, throwing those passes to Freeman and getting those on just tip-top shape accuracy there. Those short gains like that can just make it massive on us. So defensively, passing, going against our pass, or defensively for us for passing, I should say. True front, one of those guys that we got to avoid. One of those decent corners out there that we got to avoid. So no deep passes there. You see man-to-man cover cornerback there. So he's great at man-to-man. So we're hoping that we can throw that short route so he does not get involved. So a lot of slant passes, a lot of maybe even a couple curl passes, stuff like that he just cannot get to. Or if he can, try to trick him up, try to switch things up from play to play. Go deep one time, go short, go kind of like that, just with him. Vic Beasley Jr., your prototypical left outside linebacker there. He had a great number, and of course Dontario Poe, former Chief, their nose tackle there for them, is also had a great year. Has had a great year this year, and has put up some good numbers there. And of course he's gonna be tough trying to run the ball up the gut there, as he's just a guy that can he can just grab you from any direction and bring it down. So those are guys both on offense and defense that are going to be key, I would say, for their win against us, and then kind of move on to the next round. But yeah, we'll take a look here, and there you see, it was a tight game there in the first half there. It was 21-10, and then third quarter we kind of we were able to score once there with a touchdown, and then the fourth quarter they pretty much just lost sight and just lost track of us, because we were able to just get down the field and just do what we wanted, and we ended up winning that one 47-16. Now, yes, you say that's a blowout, but honestly, if you look at the first half there, I mean, it was a tight game. I mean, it doesn't, for what they did on the field, does not, the numbers wise, doesn't really show what they really were capable of doing. And they did a great job there for us, to keep up with us for a while. And then we start pulled away there towards the half. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the game that we threw that big throw, had that big touchdown pass, and got the touchdown at the half. So I'm sure they're going to be watching out for that this time around also. But there you say, take a look at the numbers there for that game. Not a big numbers there for us rushing. For Jones, he had a 100 plus day, but nothing in the end zone there. We were able to shut him down when it came to the end zone there. But passing yards, he had a monster day, and I'm sure this time around he will get in the end zone. He will be hell-bent on getting in the end zone to make sure he gets a touchdown in this game. Jason Wood had a touchdown, so did Bryant, and so did Beasley, all under 100 yards there. Two of them at which was under 60. Passing wise, as you see there, kind of spread around. Wasn't really focused on one person or too many individuals, or mostly the whole receiving core, trying to get them touches and stuff. And that's, like I said, we have to try to do that again here. Hopefully we can put up some big numbers here and try to do something with it. So, but there you see our numbers for interceptions. There you see they had, I think both had 2 interceptions apiece in that game. Both had fumble recoveries. And we'll see here, touchdown. going back for a touchdown. Well, we had 2 of them. Andrew, offense, defense. Yeah, now as I think about it, yeah, defense really did a great job there too. They went back for that might be in the fourth quarter. That might be in the fourth quarter there that they did it, because I know for sure that was not us in the first half there. I know that had to be from the fourth quarter. So, but yeah, that is it for this episode of the Cowboys Insider for the wild card round. We'll stick around you guys stick around for the next video, which will be the divisional game, and that will be between the Falcons, 10-6 Falcons going against the 15-1 Cowboys there at AT&T Stadium there in Arlington. So stay tuned for more Dallas Cowboys franchise here as we move along here and see what we can do here. See how far we get in this playoffs here before we head on to Madden 19. That is it for this episode of the Dallas Cowboys franchise. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Dallas Cowboys franchise here on the channel. Also, hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified when videos of this series or any other series here on the channel is uploaded to the channel. And if I didn't say don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to subscribe. Be a part of the ESGNet Nation. And also follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord for the latest news and events on what's going on here on the channel, what's going on in the world of sports gaming, and what is going on in the world of sports in general. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.